of the day, just type !battle. And if you have questions, add HEX Havoc followed by your question. And again, thanks to the very generous Nero, we're going to be having a very sweet giveaway for next episode of Monday Meta Madness, 6 PM Mondays on this channel. Also, if you go and check episode 4 on my YouTube, there is a giveaway attached to that of a Fendio. So basically all you got to do is like, comment, subscribe, but you know, if it interests you, feel free to watch it. If not, I don't mind if you just comment just to get in the entry, that's fine too. Whatever happened to those hex takes? Yeah, I don't know, Phoenix. I don't know, man. But yeah, get back into the game, man. Get back into the game. The game is great. Set 4 not far off. Hype. Hypety hype hypes. They pussied out, says Mantic. Well, some of them did. Some of them did. Damn pussies. Alright, so how many people we got in the thingamajiggy here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people currently. What's a good investment for before set 4 release at Koma? So that's a question for you, Koma. What's a good investment before set 4 release? Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want to tell you. Maybe did mention he plays the auction house. Go ahead.
I do. You know, I've been speculating a little bit on necrotic. So they're obviously underrated.
Yep.
So and with more shard fixing and maybe some powerful cards that have yet to be shown, I think they might be able to get there.
Yep, I agree. But definitely some of the necrotic will very likely go up in value. That's for sure. Some of them actually gone down.
Can't go any lower.
Some of them went up. Like I noticed Lixil went up to about 200, like just last week, and now it's back down. I think to 100, which may have already just changed. I have no idea. But yeah,
I think part of that might be due to Light Reaper. Light Reaper's been playing that deck quite a bit.
He's running that deck. Yeah.
And then Mantic says Kismet's Reverie.
Yeah,
I agree. It puts out 3 constants. A lot of people don't realize that those are constants.
Yep. Blamsack says Phoenix Forge. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, buy up all the Blamsacks, guys. That's a good investment there. All right, let's find out who the last contestant is going to be. Dun da da dun. And any second now it should activate. Come on, bot, wake up. And there it is. Oh, Nero. Oh, this should be good. Awesome stuff.
All right.
Nice, very nice. I'm excited. Rigged, says Nero. This should be fun indeed. The very generous Nero versus the champion Koma. Who will take it down? Will Koma continue the winning streak, or will Nero stop him and take him down for a prize? Donate AAC.
Should I run the Winter Moon deck from the Invitational?
If you like, yeah. I mean, good way to cap it off if you want.
I saw a few Blood Diamond.
Completely up
requests.
to you. I mean, what we could actually do is we could see is there any names of the deck list here that people are interested in. We could potentially see if people.
Oh well, some of these are PvE, so.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I'll let you choose because the delay and all that sort of stuff. So just pick your poison.
We will go. We're gonna see if he can take down the Invitational winning deck.
All right, he's gonna go for the Winter Moon. Yes, I mean I'm gonna take on someone next because Koma has limited time. He has to go swimming. Right? That's right. Yeah, you got to go swim in that money.
Yes,
that pool of money.
Exactly.
Yep. Someone has to swim in it. It's not going to swim itself.
This is the harbinger of doom.
What? What's going on? Oh, Concubine Yuka. The discount. Ooh, decent hand there.
But no sleeves.
No sleeve. Oh, it's over. It's all over. No champion sleeve there equals loss. That is a loss right there. We might as well just quit. Oh, he did mulligan though. So the sleeves are still working even when not used. That's cheating. I'm reporting that. That's just ridiculous. I mean, fair enough that they have this powerful effect, but even when you're not using them, they work. That's good. Count wide? Like, come on now.
Yeah, I think it's just global account. Yeah.
Exactly. Alright, so Neurogenis here running Blood Sapphire, potentially a heavy discard deck, which is actually a good matchup. Potentially will be a good matchup. But we'll yet to see, obviously. He did mulligan, though. That's that champion sleeve power. So, that's pretty nice there. No rampy ramps just yet. But he is on the play.
And I have no idea what he's playing.
Yeah,
so.
Not having a clue makes it a bit rough. Oh, but we don't see a blood shard yet, and that's definitely...
Uh-oh.
So we see some
That's bad.
Anti-Wintermoon already hitting the board. But one thing to note there is it doesn't affect the Windsinger himself, but at the moment Koma does not have any protection for him. But that's quite a few turns away, so potentially he'll draw into that or get it with the peak. So yeah, we'll see what Nero's running here. Esoterra says he knows what this is. I've got some ideas, but still no blood yet, which could be bad. Oh, okay, I know what this is.
There's the combo.
Now we know. Yes,
Yes,
this is the
yes.
Scrap Rumage and Drown Shrine combo. It's pretty brutal. It's pretty fun, and can definitely just GG people. But yeah, we'll see. Because remember, he doesn't have the blood yet. So what he really needs to get to is to get rid of, because Koma's still got a lot of stuff in hand already. So yeah, we'll see just how impactful this is going to be. Now it's all going to come down to the Windsinger most likely. And he did get the protection, as I mentioned he was lacking. He's now got that. But will Nero get to the blood shards? Because they're going to be pretty important. Because Sappho doesn't really have the ability to deal with a Windsinger by itself. What are the gems on the Rootfather? They're quick and flight, unless you've changed them. Should be quick and flight in the Rootfather.
Nope. They
Yep,
still are. Yep.
Still are. Alright, cool. So we see a time ripple there. That's fine. So yeah, Nero's still needing
a time ripple.
Yeah, you could. You could. Definitely could.
We can definitely time ripple this as well.
Yeah. But yeah, Nero here with
I'm in
the
no danger right now.
yeah, no, not having the bloodshot is probably hurting him quite a bit. He's actually going to use that on Koma. Which I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest. Oh wait, that was... I'm confused. Oh yeah, he did it, yeah. At your turn? Yeah. Alright, so he's now going to be able to do that. Didn't Nero talk about this? I have no idea. I've heard him talk about it before. I can't remember where, or if it was just in chat or something.
Okay.
So there's a counter. Part of the next meta, potentially. Who knows? Definitely can lock your opponent out of the game once you make them lose their hand. You can just be like, all right, you're done. So we're gonna see the charge power activation here. Get back these cards in the deck.
I'm actually gonna put the ripple back in.
Up against this natural prey. Yes, but that blood shard is still very important for Nero. Without it, it could be... Oh, there it is. There it is. That changes everything. Because now, if there's a kill in hand, well, it's very risky here for Koma to play Windsinger, but he may just have to do it anyway. So, yeah. Little Blue Kitty, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated.
And I think I'm just gonna have to go for it.
Yep. Yeah, I would do the same. I mean, there's potential counter, the kill, all that sort of stuff, so it's unlikely to succeed, but...
Yep.
Yeah. Can't just do nothing. So we sing a peek first. That either means he doesn't have the answer yet, or he does and he just wants to peek and give some false sense of hope there. Double peek, however, means there is no answer just yet, so that's pretty good for Koma, as this is the card that ignores the Drowned Shrine effect, basically. So that's pretty damn good, as it does work on your opponent's turn. So looking very good here for Koma. The fact that it lived a turn, but thing to note is Nero can set a phase stop at the start of his turn, and if he got the answer there, he can kill it before Koma gets a very much needed card. So we shall see. So he gets the card, so there was no phase stop activated there, but the time ripple obviously is being the effect there is still being stopped by the shrine. Inquisition, so that's pretty much has to be counted, as of just, might as well make it cost more. So this game is still in a position where it could go either way. Oh, and there it is. That's the thing. That's why I was saying blood is so important, because the arachnophobia now is a pretty big deal.
Yes.
But yeah, the Windsinger still being on the board is also a big deal, though. Like, without the Windsinger here, basically Koma would be screwed. Because Nero could just make him draw a card and discard it, and then he will get no other card for the turn. So Koma would be done. So as you'll see here, he just has to lose that, and that's it for the turn. But he will still get a card on Nero's turn. So while that is extremely brutal, the combination there, the Windsinger being alive still is keeping Koma in the game. But for how much longer is the question? For how much longer? So he's going to go for a counter and the ripple there. And you'll notice... what just happened there? What did I just miss?
Oh, we might have...
Oh, right. Yeah, no, that was because, you still... I don't know if that was just a lag or what, but anyway, whatever. So, does he have it? Oh. Okay, so he's making you do that now. And making you discard. So now you don't actually... well, no, you still do get the... Yes. No, you don't get the effect. Right. Yeah, you don't. Right. But now that it's exhausted already, you'll... Unless... Yeah, so you're still going to draw a card. But you can't stop it unless he gets two of them out. So you will get something here. Spider's not what you wanted. And a shard is not what you wanted either. So, however, well, that sucks.
I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want that. So that's pretty bad. So card drawing resource there, not helpful because of the Drowned Shrine. So this is is basically a matter of time before the combo here knocks him out of the game potentially. Because all it's going to take is a kill, and there will be no more cards to be had. That'll be it. So what's he doing there? Okay, so he's doing that again. Pretty rough, pretty rough. You can imagine how much worse this would have been had Nero had early blood shards. Would have just, potentially would have lost the Windsinger before it even hit the board, and then that would have been it. But so he's still in it because he can only stop, a card draw on one of their turns so far. Because the Scrap Rummager will be exhausted. So the focus here getting around the effect, as it is not draw a card, it's basically pick one and take it. So that's actually not too bad here, the Croco, as it does add pressure, and that's just, if he wants to win, provided even if the last card in Nero's hand is, it's a counter, so never mind. I was going to say, if it's say it's Extinction, well, that would be okay, because then at least the combo is then stopped. But yeah, this is actually looking okay here for Koma, as he is able to put damage in, as you can see. So, but still could easily go either way, because all it's going to take for Nero again is just a removal. That's all it's going to take.
Yes.
So we see... Alright, so he made you discard. Okay. So, discarding of the Ripple there. And, that's an interesting choice there. As he loses his combo, but, he also just wanted to stop taking damage as well. And, so that's... Unfortunately, the Ripple, I think, that had the card drawers in the crypt. I think you put it back in. Thank you for the hosting there and the follow there, Larynx Punchworthy. Or Larynx Punchworthy. Thank you for that. So yeah, this game could still go either way very easily. Like, for example, a Root Father for Koma. Well, actually, you're only at 6 resources, so there is one that's a 5-cost Root Father, so that would be a good draw. Obviously, the other Windsinger would be fantastic. Even obviously a Croco would be alright. Azure Fate would be pretty bad because of the Shrine. Speak of the devil. Sorry, that's my wizard powers working. I mean, it's still 2 damage, so it's really not the worst, but it's not really the pressure he's looking for here. 2 damage is not the greatest, but it does also potentially mean if he does get, I mean, and he does have, as he pointing out here, he does have the ripples. So since Nero has potentially, he's had some pretty bad draws with a lot of resources here, the card draw is actually going to happen here. Now, neither of those ripples have card draw on them already, right? Well, there goes one of them.
Right.
And that's a blocker, so that's actually quite annoying.
These are standard.
Yeah, that's a pretty annoying pickup there from Nero, as it deals with one of those ripples, and now he's actually got up the charge power, which Nero had been saving for quite some time. Response. Yep. Yeah, that's
Didn't
unfortunate.
even see it.
But well, they're 4 cost, and you've only got 2 open, so nothing that could be done there. Yeah. So that's that dealt with now. So he's back to top decking, but that's a good card to get. The focus to, well, you can just grab a peek here. The Mass Polymorph obviously not going to do anything here. The peak will potentially get him to something else. So he's deciding if he wants to use it now or later, basically.
I think I will go ahead and use it now.
Yeah, I think it's fairly safe because of the fact that Nero has 0 charges. He's used that up now. And there's a threat, which is something he can't actually cast yet, though, as it is a 7-cost Croco. But just getting Spell Shield, like the card, like he'll lose out on the card draw, but just getting the Spell Shield on there means that just Extinction will very likely be the only answer for Nero here. So this game, this is still game 1 here. Still could go either way very easily. Ooh, that's a pretty big pickup there. Pretty good, but still can't attack in. Obviously doesn't want to lose the Azure Fate for a Corpse Fly. I should actually probably check my graphics card temperature right now. It's not too bad. Yeah, no, one of the fans on it stopped working. So I've got one fan spins and one's just like chugging along, like starts to spin, stops, starts. It's pretty bad. So that's actually not bad. So all he needs to do is now, I mean, Nero is still getting more shards. It's quite unfortunate there. A lot of turns into this. We're 6 shards versus 12. But yeah, so there's the resource now. So now, provided that last card in Nero's hand is not an Extinction and he doesn't draw one, he's actually under quite a lot of pressure here. And we're going to see the trade happen here. As he wants to be able to just punch this Croco through. And he might as well do it anyway if that last card is Extinction. But yeah, just not something he needs. Just means less damage gets chumped. So we see, it's unfortunate he didn't have the counter open there, but he had to try and get the pressure on. But not exactly what he wanted there, but that's something he can put on the board, and he could just win with the board state that he's about to have, with 7 damage represented, with no blockers for Nero. This is actually a very good position for Koma, with the double counter there. He's going to lose. Well, doesn't necessarily have to lose any of them technically, because of the fact that he will draw something and then discard. Oh, there's the Extinction. Oh, that is a pretty big deal right there. That's a pretty big deal. So looking very rough for Nero, but as I said, he got very flooded here. You can see, I don't know how many shards he's running, but it's quite possible he's running a bit more than normal because he's got things like Scrap Rummager. But definitely not working out for him here. But it's not over just yet. Quite, well, I mean, technically, it basically is. He needs to draw like basically double extinction here, which, yeah, I don't even think that would really do it. So he's actually going to just lose the, yeah. So it is over. The Renlock obviously not going to draw cards, or except for on Nero's turn. If he was to play an action or play something here, he could get countered to draw a card, but no need to do anything here as he has got the win. So we will be taking this to game 2. I mean, obviously we're taking it to game 2, but will we take it to game 3? That's the question. So GG there from Nero. So that was game 1. Alright. Yeah, the change you put in there of the Wind of Change is a card I just forgot about. I was like, oh yeah, I like that when I noticed it, because I just forgot it existed, so I never even looked at it. But definitely good for the Wild Diamond matchup where they're running Soul Marbles and all that sort of junk. Soul Marble and Domination being the main two, but that matchup is a very good matchup regardless. So yeah, that was a good game indeed. But sadly for Nero, getting flooded there is the main issue he ran into. Wait a second, where was this Sapper's Charge doing there? Did you just sign that in? Or you've changed the deck?
I did.
Oh, okay, I wasn't, I must have missed that.
Just signed it in.
Right, yeah, that's fair. I mean, he's putting that in, obviously, as well as the Carnosaurs. I'm not totally
familiar with the deck list.
For the... You know what, I would probably put more Carnosaurs and less Croco, yeah. Yeah, I would...
Yeah, because I believe I saw a Corpse Fly.
Yeah, there was Corpse Flies and Rummagers, so there is obviously potential, but he's gonna... It's very likely he'll try and not, but yeah, I would still leave some in. But yeah, having the Carnosaurs, I would do that. I would probably not even bother with Sappers. I'd probably just do the Carnos. But yeah, they're all going to work. The main thing he has to deal with there is the Scrap Rummager. And the upside of obviously the Sappers is something you can put down early that won't then get countered, and also harder to stop obviously once it's on the board, whereas a Carnosaur could get killed in response, for example. But yeah, look at that, there's that Reese. Turn 2, baby. Turn 2. So this is game 2 here. Nero's Scrap Rummager combo deck versus a Winter Moon. Will Koma go undefeated? We shall find out. Holy crap, it's getting warm in my room. I'm going to put my cooling on, so I'll be back in just a minute. It is bloody hot!
Oh, alright guys, I'm pretty sure he's got... Yeah, I knew he had some kind of combo piece because he insta-kept.
Alright, what did I miss?
And I probably should have he played the Drowned Shrine. If
Right.
I were being super serious, I may have actually re-gemmed my Azure Fates, just on the off chance. And then also maybe the Scorn could have came in. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would have brought in Scorn because it's, obviously... did you bring in any hate for that, or just didn't bother?
I brought no hate except for the Ripples, and
that's
which I had. So.
Yeah, no, they're obviously.
I'm at its mercy.
Yep. But yeah, for him to really put the pressure here on Koma, he's going to need that Scrap Rummager, which Koma already has the answer for. What's that? It's bloody cold in the UK though. Well, I'm in Australia. And actually, let me check to see what the weather is currently today. What? I typed the wrong thing. It feels pretty warm in my room. That's weird. It says 21. Feels very... Maybe it's my computer heat. The busted graphics card's generating too much heat. I'm roasting. Alright, so let's set up another random giveaway. So I'm going to reset this shenanigans. Alright, so exclamation mark gimme is again, so that's now open for people to enter. Just type exclamation mark gimme to enter the random giveaway there.
Oh, gimme, 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 gimme.
Alright, so we've had 3 people win that so far. Alright. So that'll be, I guess I'll put the text up on the screen as well, for those of you not able to hear me. If I can find it. There we go. Alright, what did I miss? Let's have a look. So we're getting a Ripple, charge power on the Ripple and Shard, I assume? No, just the Ripple, okay. So Sapper's charge hitting the board here. So basically Koma's probably just wanting to get a counter, or in this case obviously a verdict would be better, so he could Ripple the Shrine and stop it. But okay, that's annoying, as it is. Now, is the Yuka 5 charges? I believe it is.
Yes. So I'm about to lose everything but the Windsinger.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Yeah, it's a bit of a problem, but luckily there is a Reese Underground. This is a giveaway for whatever I feel like sending.
Oh, gimme, 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 gimme.
It's gonna at least be a legendary of some sort, if not more things as well. I'll just send a bunch of stuff. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, this is could go either way here, but not looking great for Koma. But it all depends on this Reese. It all depends on the Reese. Well, not all of it, but it's obviously a big factor. Depends on Nero's hand. Like, there's another shard coming down. Does he have more discard? And does he have a counter, for example? If he has a counter and a ripple, oh, or just multiple ripples even. My extra comments now, I would do that. You want a human colon as promised if I win. Alright, well, you can put your head between your legs if you like. You win already. A mass colon? What are you? No. No. That would be a pretty good prize drop if only because it would take Havoc hours to send them. Oh, all the... Yeah, no, it would... That'd be... No. No. So we see a Murdertron there. That's very good. Very big threat. So we're gonna see. Yeah.
So
I
figured the Extinction was coming.
Yeah.
I didn't play the Windsinger because of that.
Yep. Definitely the correct move. He already had a threat on the board, so didn't want to overcommit then against someone he knows he's running a lot of control. As Nero's win condition is not, killing the opponent with damage to the face with troops and all that. It's about just making so they can't play anymore. So we're going to see Reese and the Murdertron get put into the deck there.
Yeah.
And so the Windsinger
I'm
is
trying
now
to think
on the
if there's
board.
any benefit to holding on to
Yeah,
that.
I don't think so.
there is any
Yeah.
benefit really to holding on to that.
Not really. Well, it's not entirely true, but we do know he's running.
In some cases there are,
anyway. But yeah, no, it's not a huge deal.
Right. Corpse flies.
Yeah. And there's an Arachnophobia. Just going to lose a resource there. And see the kill. So that's pretty rough. It's pretty rough. Since with that Shrine on the board, there's really no way to get... Oh, that's a pretty good draw. Wow. Murdertron now doesn't get him the extra card from the power there, but it is a threat that will... if Nero doesn't have another Extinction, he actually has no other way that we know of to deal with this, besides maybe a rip. Oh, there it is. Never mind.
He does.
He's got it. He's got it. Oh, and there's the Rummager. Well, that's lucky that you've got that Sappers right there. Otherwise, Koma would just be done there. If he didn't draw something off the top, he would no longer be able to play the game. So a shard is not what he wanted there. But this is now down to who's going to draw something good first. But the problem here for Nero is that from what we've seen, his win condition basically is the Scrap Rummager. So he needs a very specific card to now basically, GG his opponent. Obviously getting counters and stuff would be good to buy time. But the problem here, while he's against Wintermoon, even though he's not going to get the card draw, he's still putting his threats, his back in the deck. So he's got things like Rootfather, Windsinger's back in there, all this stuff that can just win the game, and Nero's going to need. He's not getting his Extinctions back, for example. So he has a limited number of answers.
Oh, that's a good draw.
But that is a good draw. He needs to get this Rummager. If he gets a Rummager here, it could be all over. Oh, no Rummager. Oh, another shot is not what he wanted. But Nero very likely picked up an Extinction there or a Counter Magic. I think since he didn't play a Troop, the two I would put my money on there being Extinction or Counter Magic. Quite high odds of it being Counter Magic. So there's the resource. But yeah, so I would say Nero's holding a Counter Magic right now. So that does put Koma in a tough spot, because if he gets something like a Rootfather or something, he's not going to not play it. He has to just go for it, basically. But sadly, getting a Spider and the resource there, not what he wanted. Not in the slightest. But yeah, it's all going to come down to these draws from each opponent. But if Nero is holding a counter, as I'm expecting, then that does mean that Koma needs to draw two things, basically, in a row would be obviously nice. Well, counter of his own is very good, because he's at 10 now. Did you play a resource there? I guess you kind of had to hold it, yeah, because of the charge power. So he's holding there because the charge power is potentially active in one more resource. Obviously, Arachnophobia would be terrible, but if he gets like a Rootfather now, he can play it. Well, now he can play a resource if he likes. I think it's probably best to even not do so. Just in case of Arachnophobia still. But yeah, so basically a Rootfather would be a great draw. Even a Windsinger, obviously. Any of those big cards would be excellent here for Koma. So we do see the Arachnophobia, so it was correct to hold that shard. So he has the choice of... Yeah, it's a tough one.
And I will go ahead and counter.
So he's choosing to counter there. Oh, and we do see the counter. So you did have it as expected there. Now, does he have another one, though? If he does, that's a problem. And now Koma's counters are costing 5. And he didn't draw a threat there, which would have obviously been nice, because when your opponent doesn't have many cards in hand, you want to try and get your threats down. Alright, so does Nero, if Nero gets this one of these Scrap Rummages, and that's the thing with, as I was saying before, without the Scrap Rummager, the rest of the deck is all about control, and being Scrap Rummager and the Drowned Shrine being the win condition, basically. As far as we know. Now, we might see like a one of Uranaz at some point, or something like that, as that is especially when you're running all this discard, I would expect something like that. So, got the choice here of a tunnel or just playing it out. It's not as
tunnel.
I would go for tunnel as well.
Oh, gimme.
Yeah, so I would be very surprised if Nero wasn't at least running at least one Uranaz, as it fits very nicely in with all this removal, control, discard, etc. But yeah, we'll see. He's getting a lot of shards again, but they're keeping up with each other. This game still could go either way. That Reese obviously does complicate things a little bit, but it all... Ooh, there's a focus. Oh, that's pretty good. So will we see this get countered? I'm going to say there's a pretty high chance that yes. It's either... Or a kill even. I would be surprised if he doesn't have an answer there with 3 cards. Ooh. Snap. And there it is. So that is now dead. Now he could Ripple and put it back into his hand, but then I think you kind of have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try it.
Yep. And there's the other counter. So he did have the other one. So he wants to make sure that's dead. And now the charge power is going to get used here by Nero. The shard is going to go bye-bye, which
counters.
is okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's obviously going to run out of this control.
That race coming up.
So, yeah, especially with... Exactly. So there goes the resource. So Nero is actually still the one. He needed to get a Scrap Rummager, and that's... he needs that Rummager lockdown, exactly. So that's actually not horrible. it will mean less answers for the Reese. Again, he's already used several extinctions. So Reese getting Spell Shield as well as potentially all the robots he's making if they're 4 cost and higher is very relevant. As so how many
two extinctions?
Two extinctions have been used. So only 2 more left in Nero's deck. Potentially they're in his hand. It's definitely possible.
Yeah, it could be.
But he definitely can take the damage from this Azure Fate's not. Oh, that's a nice pickup there. Peak being a very nice card, especially when you got 6 Sapphire. Get to look at the next 6 cards. So Azure Fate doing 2 damage, obviously not fantastic. So he's going to not use the peak here. So he's going to do it on Nero's turn. Now I assume you're doing that just in case he has discard. You can just let this get discarded so you then have the potential to still draw a counter or something instead of grabbing a counter and then losing it in the case that you just did. So, or you can just grab a spider. That's fun. So that's actually pretty huge here. And now that, as I said, there's now less answers for Reese because it is Spell Shield. And the fact that he got the counter here could mean the game is over now. There's a high, based on how Nero's been playing, there's a high possibility he has the extinction, but he needs to have extinction and a counter or a verdict. So, will we see the extinction here? We see a Withering Touch first, so he could, yeah, that works as well. So now, does he have the extinction? Again, I said it is a high probability, and there it is. So he, like I said, he was playing a way that made me thought he had it there. So there you go. Let's reset the game once again. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, there! I was just about to say. Well, now again, the threats in Koma's deck are obviously lots of them, and that's a big one because that's a 2-turn swing and you're done. So, but without Spell Shield, it is something it can be dealt with. So, but remember, being Wintermoon, he can just keep putting all this stuff back in the deck, and Nero does not have this luxury. He needs to get to that Scrap Rummager. Without it, he's gonna be, just keep having to deal with these threats, and again, he'll run out of answers eventually. Only 1 more extinction left.
Oh,
but,
gimme.
Oh, got a bug there, so Nero's gonna have to relog the old Wintermoon bug. But yeah, it's looking pretty rough. As he's used a lot of counters, a lot of extinctions. 1 extinction left, but he still has more kills and a lot more control. So this Root Father, while it will probably die or be dealt with, Koma still has potentially all the time in the world because he's only got 3 Rummages still in the deck, which he could get it, but he needs to get it soon.
Yes.
Alright, did I do the giveaway? I don't know if I did. I guess I didn't. So let's do the giveaway here for a random winner. So I've got many people entered at the moment. Let's find out who's the lucky winner. Araxor, let me know your in-game name. I'm going to add you to the list here. Araxor. Yeah, just let me know your in-game name. So you're the winner of the random prize there. So only 1 card in hand here. Here comes the Root Daddy. Will it get stopped? Counter or a kill? Oh, that's cheating. That is pretty brutal. Doesn't look like Nero has the answer here. Could be just sitting on a shard, a Withering Touch, who knows? But if he's sitting on Withering Touch, that's fine, because he can do the same thing he did before. So he had his last extinction. But that's not good, as there is the counter. And we see a verdict.
Okay. Here we go.
The game is reset again! But, being at 6 health, and the fact that there's so many more threats in his deck compared to Nero, of course. Nero is all about getting that Scrap Rummage before another threat comes down. Oh, maybe he'll get a billion spiders.
Oh, that's going to put a clock on.
So the Chlorophyll here, not the card he was looking for. So Nero now, he still just wants to get a Scrap Rummager. Then he just needs Koma to have 1 dead draw, and he's basically, wins the game. So
Yes.
that's what Nero's needing here. Or again, he can still keep getting the answers. If he gets enough answers and buys enough time, that's a possibility too. But he will run. Oh, jeebus. He will run out of answers eventually. Like, there's another thing he has to answer, as it is fatal. So this is looking pretty grim for Nero. I potentially would have played that already, just because now he has potentially the answers.
Yes.
But
yes. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
We'll be able to tell if he did top deck the answer there, based on if he. Yeah, like if he played. Oh, he got the run. Oh, Nero's going to be so sad if that last card is an answer. Oh, Nero, no, he's done. Oh, that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. That is the quick root father at the end of Nero's turn, and he got that rummager, but it was too late.
Gimme.
It was too late. Koma going undefeated for the day. So Koma taking everyone down.
Showing the Koma luck.
The Koma luck. So, yeah. Nero running a fun deck there. I mean, the combo is sweet, but as we can see there,
yes,
I don't. By the looks of it, that seems to be his only win condition. So without it, it is something obviously easily dealt with, being a very weak troop itself. But if he had gotten that, there's many times he could have got that and just locked Koma out of the game. The combo would have won him the game, but just didn't get it in time. So that was that. Koma is the winner today. No losses there. But thanks to the generosity of Koma, he'll be sending each of you a prize. The ones of you that battled him. And I'll be sending the prizes to those of you that have won. So wait, Arexor, did you send me your in-game name? Let me see. Oh, there it is. Let me write that down. So, everyone, thank Koma for being here today. Thank you, Koma. That was a pleasure having you on the stream.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Havoc. Thank all you guys for tuning in.
Gimme.
It's been pretty surreal these last couple of weeks. So
I can imagine.
Zabuli in chat saying he wanted to bully me. I have a good feeling he'll have many more chances to bully me, and then IQs coming up whenever they do come up. So
indeed.
I'll see all you guys in game.
All right, man. Thanks for joining me on the stream. It was a pleasure, and take care. Have fun swimming in your money.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, man. Take care. Alrighty. So Koma is off. And again, thank you, Koma. That was awesome. So, okay, let me actually get my hex back up here. I'll challenge someone in a moment. Potentially win a pack. Got some stuff. What's happening? Where's my hex capture? Give me a moment. Give me a moment here. Get rid of that one. Game capture. There we go. Alright, there we go. So, did I do the giveaway? Yes, that was Arexor who won it. So I'll be sending that stuff out to the winners of the random prizes there at the end of the stream. So let me get rid of this text now. Do we get to... Yes, you can challenge the ultimate boss, Bella. Alright. So, I'm going to set up... Oh, hang on, Snake. Oh man, it's bloody hot in my room. I think the internet is lying to me when it says it's 21 degrees outside. It is bloody hot. Alright, so I'm going to set up now so that you guys can battle me. So just type !battle in a second. I'm going to actually take my headphones off. I don't need them anymore. My ears are all sweaty. Alright, I can hear again properly. I was probably talking too loud because of the headphones. So yeah, I'm going to battle someone, and again, if you beat me, I'll still give out a booster. A Primal Dawn booster. But yeah, again, thank you, Koma. That was awesome having you on the stream. Let me actually... yeah, no, I'll do that later. But yeah, thanks again, Koma. That was sweet. So no, you managed to go undefeated there. And I will try and also go undefeated here in one match. I don't know what deck I'm going to run. Let's actually have a look at my decks. Maybe I'll just... I haven't... what's this? Okay, that was the spider deck that was covered in Monday Meta Madness. I don't really have anything... I've had stuff that I've been experimenting with, but nothing I've really built, and... I haven't really been doing anything new. What's this? Raging pile of shit? Yeah, no, that's... what's this? It's called Cock. Let's delete that one. That's something I see. I started building something here, but I haven't finished it. 52 cards. So I'll probably just go with something standard there, but let's find out who's going to verse me here. But yeah, again, thank you, Koma, and have a good rest of your day. Just run a better version of the lockdown. So were you running any other win conditions there, Nero? Like an Uranaz or something? Alright. So now, at least, as you can see now, the quality now, the picture quality is a bit better. The frame rate's still crappy, but the picture quality is a bit better. Full lock, yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Alright, let's see, let's find out who's going to verse me, and let's do it. Oh, Zabuli! He wanted to verse Koma. Well, you're going to have to deal with me. I'm going to run Winter Moon, because blah, basically. So if you would like to run a counter deck, by all means go for it. I'll tell you what I'm running. But maybe I'll change it at the last second. So Zabuli has a chance here to win a Primal Dawn booster pack. And I'm just going to be boring, again, because I haven't really been building anything new. I've started thinking of stuff, but I haven't finished it. PS4 VR coming. Yeah, VR's going to be pretty sweet. I'm excited. But the pricing of, like, the Vive is the one I was looking forward to. But it's like, what, $800? Yeah. Too expensive for me. I'll have to wait. But I'm very much excited for VR, that's for sure. So, Zabuli. Alright, there we go. So let's challenge. I'm gonna just run my... I could actually run this. Yeah, let's do this. Sorry, I lied. So, yeah. I don't decline. No, don't look at what I'm running and then choose something else. No, you take it. I don't know if that worked now. I didn't say primal. Primal? Don't you try this. So, alright, so I'm running... Oh, we got Zabuli running Winter Moon. That could be bad. That could be bad. So, alright, I'm going to play first. So I'm running my Fun Gambit deck here. So let's... I actually was using this in the 5 Shans weekly. And I started off doing very well in the first several rounds. I can't remember what I ended up losing to. But, it worked very nice against several different meta decks. And it's a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. So, yeah, I'm going to use it. I'm Winter Moon after all. Every set 4 pack is a problem. So, let's just grab another one of these suckers. I'm going to leave the Fox Scout there in the deck because I can, if I'm lucky and I get it on the top of the deck, well then it's just better value. So, saw something about a roller coaster at I think Six Flags, maybe where they were putting Oculus Rift on people. Yeah, I heard about it. I've seen something on YouTube about that actually. So, yeah. Let's play out the Sensei here. So I don't know if you know if he... Not the Moon matchup. Well, luckily for you, it's not the I don't know if he heard me how I said I'm now doing something different. But yeah. This is the Gambit Moon. So who do I have to give stuff to? So let's see, Lethem, Gummer, Esoterist, and Araxor. So yeah, I'll be sending that out after the stream. But don't forget, on next Monday at 6 PM PST, I'll be doing the Monday Meta Madness Episode 5, which will be covering Cressida. And I'm going to do a giveaway for that glorious, yummy... Ooh, this is a good draw here. The very yummy Flibbity Floobs, I forgot. The Mirror Knight alternate art. So... yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. We'll gambit this guy, why not? So we're going to hit in for 5 damage here. And we're going to put that win condition in the deck. As with it in the deck, it'll make Zabuli potentially play different. Or if he, leave up counter a lot more. Because, it will GG him if I get to play it. So let's do that. And we know he can't do anything with 1 resource there. So that's in the deck. I'm going to put both of these back in the deck, knowing that I've still got several targets for Gambit. So put them both in the deck, pass the turn here. So now Zabuli's in a tough spot. Because, if he ever doesn't have counter open and I draw that sucker, which remember we've got this sucker in hand, but you'll notice he is leaving open the resources for it. So I am going to play this anyway. See what I grab. So now I'm going to actually grab this one here and play that as well. I mean, obviously it's, if he wants to, he can counter and make the other one cost 4, but that doesn't really matter. So that's not going to happen. So I'm going to hit in for another 5 here, put him to 11. Now I'm going to have this in the deck as well as an 8/8, so even that will be a threat itself because we're getting him low. Gambit is a very fun card. Basically my favorite set 1 card for sure. That is, I mean, most people know that. But yeah, if you're new to my stream, well, yeah, I've done some pretty crazy stuff with it in the past. You procced a Primal off my Primal. Imagine how awkward it's going to be to say something Primal Dawn pack. Yeah. Alright, so he's going for the peak there. But again, remember, he can't really tap out. He risks just dying. Like I could for all he knows. For all he knows, I've got the win condition in my hand. So this is the beautiful thing about Gambit, is that, if they're in a deck that doesn't have, counter magic, well then they're just going to play to their outs and just pray you don't get, the win condition. But now that I've got it in my deck, he now has to play around that for pretty much the rest of the game. But eventually he'll get to enough resources where he can potentially put out a threat while leaving up the counter, for example. And I didn't draw anything of much relevance there. But, we still have 2 damage on the board. I could, if I would like to, put out more. So we see a Root Father getting cycled there. If he was to get that... What's this? Also Gambit movie is on the horizon as well. Fair enough, that could be cool. So he gets a Conjuring Focus, that's pretty nice. Pretty nice indeed. Do I need this open anymore? I don't think so. So I'm going to close that bot. Don't think I need that open anymore. But yeah, so all the matches, the stream will be highlighted and sent to YouTube later. So if you want to watch the matches Koma did against the different competitors, if you missed it, that will be on YouTube later. That's a pretty good pickup. So now I have the potential to, because my win conditions with my Gambit targets are low cost. Now if I had it, for example, I would win the game right now. But yeah, so very likely he's going to try to get like a Windsinger down, which is still extremely risky because I've got many things that can answer it, and then he's tapped out. So again, I'm making him play differently by having that in the deck. And we also have the 8/8 as well, which is at 8 health. So I've got multiple draws. But the thing with Gambit, if you don't get your search cards, you can just be, can just keep waiting and waiting and waiting until you get to this card. and you know, then you can time out like I did like a month ago. I would have made the top 8 of oh, okay. So I don't obviously have to worry about that. I've got the answer in main deck, as this is also another card that is a good gambit target. I actually won some games in some very fun ways with this during the 5 Shards Weekly. So yeah, so again, if I get my win condition, I win anyway. That's nice. That's really nice. So we're gonna go Om Nom Nom, and he can't stop this. He has to just let it happen again because he doesn't know what's in my hand. I mean, unless he was to look at the stream. But you know, if he taps out, he potentially just dies. So I'd be very surprised if he tries to stop this. Very surprised indeed. He's thinking about it. But yeah, so after this match, I'm probably going to be heading off for the day. But yeah, again, thank you all for being here, and hopefully you enjoyed. So I know what he's planning here. So he wants me to either tap out by just replaying this, but I need to deal with this. Like that's pretty much like I'm in actually a bit of a tricky position here. Well, because you know how this works, how powerful it is. I'm in a tough spot. Because he's going to get Windsinger down. That's guaranteed. So, but I mean, I've got an. Let me think about this for a second. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually counter this Ripple. Because I know what he's going to do, and that's he's going to play Windsinger. It's pretty much 100% guaranteed. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to then have the Ripple open, because he's going to want to try to get that down, knowing that I don't have the counter now. You know, I don't have the potential for it. He might still play around it, but I didn't actually realize I didn't play this shard, so that makes it even easier for me. I was going to set a stop phase, but I don't even need to now. So I'll put those both back in my deck. I could do this, but this is actually, you know, a very small clock, so I don't need to do that. And he very likely will tap out here for the Windsinger. But, you know, if he had this, he could play Windsinger, tap that, you know, for resources and counter anything I try to do to stop it. But in this position, it makes it, you know, he's in a tough spot. Like, he can just be like, you know what, screw it. I'm going to hope you don't have the Ripple. And he can put it down there, and then he goes to 2 health. So, you know, it's a tough choice for him here. So we'll see what he does. And there it is. So like I said, I knew he was going to do that. And again, he's hoping I don't have it, but sadly for him I do. And because of that, because I have this here now, I mean, obviously if I draw just a normal Wildeboar, then he dies. If I draw any of the Gambited ones, he super dies. If I draw the 8/8, well, he's still, you know, any Wildeboar will kill him here. Sadly, I did not get it. So my option here, right now, what? Wasted counter? What are you talking about? So, I could do this and then hope to hit a Wildeboar and kill him this turn. I could do that. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it just for a bit of lulz. So let's see if I get lucky. Oh, not exactly, but that's still good. And I'm going to still put him to 3. But I wanted to try to get lucky there. Why not? So if he has a shard or another Windsinger, he can still do that. I'll play that, doesn't really matter. So, you know, he could still definitely get back in this game. He could have just replayed the 3 mana. I know that. Oh, you know, I didn't realize I hadn't already played the shard, that's why. But, you know, it's fine. So that doesn't really matter, he's leaving open counter. It's fine. But yeah, no, I didn't realize I had already hadn't played the shard. So let's actually do this. We might even just take it. Yeah, that's fine. I should have done this first, actually. So he'll probably... No, he doesn't counter. Now, he might counter the... No, maybe not. We'll see. So I'm going to replay that. But he does... You know, he's going to get the... You know, I'm actually probably going to lose. But now I can bluff. But he's not going to play around it. So I'm drawing a little... You know, I'm running 21 shards. I'm drawing a bit too many here. But now I'm probably done. Because he will get Windsinger down. Like, he's not going to play around it. He could even do a Mass Poly if he liked, but that's obviously a very big risk. You know, if I did have it. But yeah, so the Windsinger hitting the board obviously is pretty much me dead. Pretty much. As he'll have a Root Father here. Ooh, that's a big deal. Potentially a big deal. Yeah, because now he's going to flash in a Root Father. I actually just won the game. That was a great top deck. I've even got that on the top. But yeah, that was amazing, because there's no way he doesn't do a Root Father here. I mean, he has to. Unless he has some Brown Fox counts, which is unlikely. But here comes the Root Father. Come on, buddy. Gotta do it. Gotta do it. What? Okay, you're just gonna... He's gonna Ripple. Okay, that's an option too. Yeah, so he's gonna... That's the smart choice, obviously. I was hoping he would go for the greedy choice, but yeah. So that's a bit of a problem. So here comes the Ripply Ripples. So now, if I do this sucker, maybe I can make him use counter on that. There's no reason to do so, though. So I just need to hope he doesn't have counter, which is basically not going to happen. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see a verdict or a counter. It's going to be one or the other. Oh, is he dead? Surely not. He could even just have another Ripple, of course. It is his 4 cost. Yep, so another Ripple does come down. Ah, so he did the right thing there, which is, I mean, he might not even have the Root Father. I was obviously hoping, but yeah, he played around the possibility. So now I'm going to put in that and that. And we'll just pass the turn. So thanks to the fact that, well, I mean, if he's got Root Father in hand, he can now attack in if he likes. I mean, he can attack in anyway, and it's like, you know, he gets more cards, so... We'll see if he wants to do that, though. So he could still easily turn this around. And I didn't, you know, make him use a counter, of course. So he's very likely still holding that. And again, like, I need to basically draw... Oh, that's not the greatest, but it will make him counter, most likely. Yeah. Yep. And he's probably got more. Like, all he needs to do is have more, and he's fine. And as I'm now showing him, I've got no cards in hand. So I'm still in... I'm probably going to lose at this point. But we'll see. Because this, you know, obviously we know how powerful Windsinger is. So, yeah. We shall see. No Root Father in his hand, at least. But if he has just, you know, just counters, well then I'm done. Just gonna put them back in. Plays a focus, yeah, very likely just grab one, or a Root Father even. And like, say for example he has a Root Father in hand now, he can attack with at least one, you know, with at least this, and I have to then either jump block or just let him have cards, you know, a card. So yeah, I'd be somewhat surprised if he doesn't attack here. He doesn't, so he's playing it very safe. Wow, that's pretty bad. So yeah, more shards. Only running 21. Stop it. Yeah. So again, since he had that, it was. I mean, I guess maybe he didn't have a counter. I don't know. Anyway, I'm definitely dead now. It's very unlikely. Very unlikely he doesn't have a counter here. So then he's got a Croco as well. So I'm nom nom. So now, yeah, now he's just going to draw. We can quit now. We can quit now. There's no way he's not going to have an answer. And since I don't have anything in me bobs. Alright, so put in the fourth one of those. Take out one of those. That's pretty much it. So just save that. Flyer. Yep. Bit too many shards there towards the end. But I could have definitely played some of that differently. It would have possibly worked out better. But yeah. I guess I can close this now. Still got way too many programs open. Solid Snake, thank you for the host. Alright, so he's sideboarding. So yeah, don't forget that on Monday, Monday Meta Madness, episode 5, I'll be covering Cressida, and I'll be giving away the Mirror Knight alternate art thanks to Nero Generous. But I'll probably do the similar thing I should have done with the Fentio, which is get you guys to comment and then do the drawing that way. So if you haven't already done that on episode 4, if you comment on the YouTube video, which is youtube.com/hexhavoc, episode 4, you can win a Fentio. So check that out in your own time if you would like to get on that. And then obviously the Mirror Knight, very big prize again, thanks to Nero. So play first, yep. Minimize that. Yeah, that's a keepable hand. Sadly, no real targets for this yet, but that's okay. Hopefully, we'll draw well. We'll need a wild shard at some point, so that's okay. I can grab that. Yeah, I can understand that, drop tables. Like when I saw it, I went a bit nuts and backed the game several tiers like crazy, and then I had some mates who decided they didn't want to bother with the game, so I got more tiers after the fact. But yes, I spent more money than I should have. That's pretty. I shouldn't have played that shard yet. That was a mistake. Because if I would ideally want to get a wild here, which I didn't actually get, so that's a bit of a nuisance. But getting the third resource is still good. You can rearrange your hand. Yeah, you can just move things around. just grab it and fly them around all over the place. Alright, there's the wild. Sadly, still no targets, but we'll do that. Alright, so again, we don't want to get these, like they are a priority target for Gambit. So I could do it, and maybe I should actually. Yeah, I mean I like it a lot, so I'm gonna do it. The Wildebor is obviously a good target too, though. So I'm gonna put both of those back in. And he can play a Side of the Sun, which would be the worst thing he can do here, because then I would need to get a wild. But that's if he has a wild and has a Side of the Sun, of course. If he has that, and I don't get this, I could just be dead. Like, it's the power of Side of the Sun. So, no wild, so that's a big deal. But now he's got counter open and ripples, so that's also a big deal for my interactions. So, yeah. I'm going to put both of those back in. But that's why I've grabbed this. I can do it. I can leave this open, stop potential Azure Fate, and do that if he does nothing. But then he still can just leave up counter and ripples to stop this. So it's not going to be easy for me. Gambit Scout combo too soon? What? Why is that too soon? Alright, so we're going to play that. And yeah, so now the thing is, right, is I can obviously protect this. He's got... But he'll just ripple. Which I can still protect, but then if he has Ripple Verdict, well then... Too bad. It's a flippity flips, basically. Are there any other counters to Azure Fate? Well... He doesn't have Spell Shield, so in that case, yes. But otherwise, you got Heat Wave, Extinction, Counter, Suffocate, and so on. But, you knocked me out of the... Oh, you mean with this? Yeah, no, I remember. It was the first game. Yeah, sorry, man. I just realized who you are. I'm just, I just read the name. I looked at it and didn't process it, if you know what I mean. But yeah, so Face Shadow in Dragonborn Guild. I versed him the first round of the thingamajig, and I killed him with a replicated Brown Fox Scout, which I then replicated again just for lols, and got it again, and had like a billion foxes on the board, and just smacked him to death. So we're gonna gambit this. Technically I should have attacked first, but I just did that because I'm a floobs. We're gonna see a ripple here. Oh, we're gonna see a verdict instead. All right. So now we might see a ripple, which is actually quite annoying. He might not have it, but I think that's a pretty low probability. I could actually just let this happen and just start smacking him for 3. Yeah, let's just do that. As much as I want to get that in the deck, because it's obviously extremely fun, I can wait. I can put it back in the deck eventually, and I'll just beat him for 3. And maybe I'll even get that out before. Well, I need another wild still. So I'll just leave up my counter here. Doo-doo-doo. Where is my... There it is. So he's stuck at 4 there, no wild. Sadly I didn't get a wild shard, but not that I'd be able to play this because he would just counter. But in the meantime I can just keep smacking him. We got a message here. Kismet please, QQ, says Zabuli. So I will just keep beating him for 3 damage. I can't put on extra pressure though, sadly, because double wild's needed for all my cards right now. But that's still okay. He's obviously also in the same position, needing even a single wild that he doesn't have yet. And he is still stuck at 4. He's going to have to discard here. That's a pretty big deal. There goes the Side of the Sun. Damn it. You're another Sapphire. Not what I wanted. So we'll just continue to hit for 3. Can the Brown Fox go all the way? I doubt it, but we'll try. Eventually he'll ripple, most likely. But then in this case, I just he'll do it when I'm attacking, and then I can't get in the damage for a turn. But yeah, the downside to this for him is that he has to discard unless he does something. Now this here is also very risky what he's doing, but he's looking for a shard, and he got it. So now he still leaves up, and he doesn't have to discard. So that's why he did that. And that was probably the right play. So, but not getting the wild, obviously, he's going to be like, no, but I'm also not getting the wild. So I'm getting flooded again. And this is actually worse for me. Even though I'm beating him down, if I had multiple of these in hand, well then I'd be fine. And if I had a better sideboard, I would have brought in verdicts and stuff. But the deck was just designed for fun, so the sideboard's not a real sideboard really. Gets a wild there. Now there's another wild. I could have done that, but I can't really afford to. But yeah, so now I'm in a terrible position because we know he's got all cards in hand. Right? We know this, and I'm flooding out again. And I still need a wild, and that doesn't even really... I mean, if I get the wild, I get to do this and protect. But yeah, it's still looking pretty rough for me. Now that he's only got 4 open, if I just need a wild shard right now. Wild shard would be fantastic. Come on, wild shard. Come on. Yeah, well, that's still good. I did say if I have multiple of those, it's still really good. So, that's still great. I mean, of course, but I don't think it's worth it in this case to put just the 1 card in, as I don't really like. This is killing him. So I'm not. If I drew that, I don't have anything I can use it on that I want. I don't want to use it on this. So in this case, it's wrong to do it, as this would be a bad draw. If I had like a sensei or something on the board, well then I'd be more than happy to draw that and potentially use it on like a sensei or any other troop. But in this case, I don't have the ability to play these, and so this is winning me the game, and potentially will just win me the game thanks to the fact that, like, if I was to draw a 3rd one of these, maybe I'd be able to stop. But again, we know he's got 5 actual cards in hand. So see, this is pretty rough by itself right now. As if he has 2 counters, which is a high probability. Again, if I had a wild shot, I wouldn't care. I would just go bang, he stops 1, bang, I stops the other maybe. But, so now I'm in actually a bit of a pickle here. But I can't risk, I need to try and stop this. He's going to counter here, 100% guaranteed. He might even just try slam the Windsinger and hope I don't have another, but that's not what he's going to do. Unless he's listening to me, of course. Damn you, Zaboli. So, yeah, this is not looking good for me. It's really not. The fact that he's hesitating a lot here means he might actually only have 1 counter. I think if he had 2, he wouldn't even think twice about it. Especially with me only having the 1 wild. Like, that's hurting me quite significantly here. So he goes for a Suffocate. So that means possible Verdict or even just a Ripple. But, yeah, I mean, it's not looking good for me, to put it simply. Stopping this, though, is extremely important, though, because otherwise he'll heal and be able to put out threats and protect and all that sort of stuff. So I need to stop it. Sadly, if I draw a wild shard now, I'm going to be sad, because I could have then just done that, and it would have pretty much been guaranteed success, since I got 2 of them, with 2, counters in hand. But, couldn't really risk it. But, yeah, I need... That's actually a pretty big deal. That is fatal right there. So let's see if we can bait out something there. But do we kill him? Let's find out. He can't, but he needs to have Ripple, basically. Do we win? Does the Gambit bring it home? We're about to find out. I think it's probably not going to be the case. I think we'll see a Ripple. I'd be very surprised. Oh, QQ. So we do take it to a game 3. I am very frustrated. My soccer deck is impeded by a simple virtue of not having 2 more Forgotten Monarchs. Call for twin there. Well. Alright, so again, my sideboard is the Floobs, so I'm just going to hit save. Hit us the Floobs! Alright, so yeah, again, I'm just going to save, because I don't have a proper sideboard. So yeah, game 3, Will's ability to win a pack. I think there's a pretty high odds that he will here. 3 hours and 20 minutes the stream's been going for. Good damn. Again, thank you, Koma. He's probably not around anymore. I mean, like I said, he did have to go. So that's why I let him go. Took off the shackles and set him free. But yeah, again, thank you, Koma. That was awesome. Maybe next time maybe we'll get JJ to have some battles against the second place winner. Perhaps I might bring it up with him at some point. Alright, it's a keepable hand. But him being on the play obviously is going to hurt me a little bit if he has a strong hand. And my hand is okay, like I've got something that can stop a side of the sun, but ooh, I hate it when I see that though. You're a bit early, lady. Get back. Get back down. Just dig. Go away. What's this about, old Gambit? What are you talking about, duck? So, no chlorophylla there. But, yeah, I don't like getting, you know, I want to play her off the top of the deck. Not like that. But, so will we see a side of the sun? That's the scary thing, you know, it's something like, you know, if you, like I said, if you compare it, like I've said in the past, if you compare it with Reese, like, yes, Reese goes underground, but then it can be answered, you know, when it pops up. A side of the sun is something I would just lose to if I didn't have, like, this, for example. And he had side of the sun into, like, Azure Fate and then have counters or something, I'd just be done. Most likely. It puts the immediate pressure on, where Reese is obviously the bit later. So, will we counter this? I doubt it, but it did do a lot of damage last time. So he's thinking. He didn't like it. And if he does, well, it's going to be a little annoying, but we'll see. He does decide to go for it. I mean, he is Winter Moon after all, so he can put it back in the deck, and it's going to increase the cost over here. So now I have to... you know what? We'll do this. We'll then do that. That's actually rather nice. So, obviously I'm letting him play an Azure Fate here, which is risky. Don't get me wrong, it's very risky, but I've got this to potentially kill it when he goes for the card draw. But, you know, he'll have potential counter. Oh, he goes for Renlock instead. So that's something I can bounce. So if he had Azure Fate there, he would have played it, so no Azure Fate. But he can just now replay this again and again. So I'm actually in a bit of a pickle here. So, I'm going to attack. If he blocks, well then we can just Om-Nom. But yeah, that's a bit of a problem. It's a bit of a problem. I'm going to need him to be stuck at 4 shards, or I'm probably done. To put it simply. Because the matchup is heavily about these cards, and him having a threat down that I'm going to want to deal with like this, you know, and then, you know, if I now try and deal with it, like, and then he plays Windsinger, then I lose. It's a pretty tough spot. Oh, that's not bad. So I'm going to attack first, because then he might think, well, if he does a Carnosaur, like he knows I've got Carnosaur, right? So he can now think, now that I didn't play a shard, potentially he thinks, well, I could block. Then if he plays it, he doesn't have the resources for counter. In this case, obviously, I do have it, but yeah. So we'll do that. Let's actually grab that. I'm going to use it. Like, I'm still in an alright position here. We're going to grab that guy. And we're going to put those back in. Pass the turn. But, you know, if he has, like, Chlorophyllia's peaks, all that's going to, you know, the resource ramp. Like, this matchup, you know, any Winter Moon matchup is very heavily about counters and resources as well. Like, if he gets too far ahead and he can play threats while leaving up protection, well, then I'm You know, I'm already in a tough position, but I'm okay at the moment. Especially when I am keeping up in resources. And I can attack in knowing that, I mean, he can block here and you know, stop this if he wants to, which he might do. Yeah, so he is going to do it. So now he could just do a ripple, but he could also, if he wants to, counter this, which he is doing. And now if he has another counter, I'm obviously in a bad spot. Yeah, this is pretty rough. And he probably has Verdict. I don't think he would have gone for this if he didn't have another counter or a Verdict at least. So I'm going to just need to let that happen. It's just the way it is. Can't really risk it, because then this, you know, if he has Winsinger, I'm down, or even a Root Father, really. So, not looking good. Not looking good. He's pretty bad. But that's why, you know, one of Renlock is in the deck, because it is very powerful in a Winter Moon matchup. So not looking good for me. The upside here is I can play this at the end of the turn. It's something. It's better than nothing. And he doesn't have the ability to do a Root Father in response because he played a Jewel Shard. So if he wants to, he can ripple it and draw a card. Alright. So I'm going to attack here, obviously. But, yeah, it's a bit problematic for me because he can force me to counter with the Root Father, and that's the beautiful thing about quick Root Fathers. Is not now, of course, but next turn. Like, you can just leave up all these resources and do that shenanigans. I really don't even want to get those back in the deck. I'll just wait. So, game still could go either way, but he's obviously in the better position. Especially if he has that Root Father, because he can force me to counter. Like, I have to counter, there's no question, and then he gets a guaranteed Winsinger down, basically. That's one thing I like to do to my opponents when you're in this sort of situation. So, not great. That's somewhat helpful. But, yeah, not a big deal. Let's actually attack with everything. And there so he's doing it now, and again, like, I have to do it, right? So he's guaranteed. Now, I could actually let this happen and get this down, and maybe that's the right choice. Like, he'll eat this, but maybe I just have to. Yeah, I pretty much just have to. So I'm going to actually let this happen. And that's, you know, that's the one downside for using it now. Like, if he did it at my end of turn, obviously I wouldn't have this opportunity. So it's kind of a mistake in a way. But, he does do he does those blocks knowing that this is going back in my deck. But this is only a one-of in my deck, and he probably figured since it's not likely that I've got it, he'll go for that instead. So, yeah, I'll grab both of those knowing that this isn't Spell Shield. So I'm actually in an alright position, but, you know, like if I had more counters it would obviously be better. Still obviously a big threat. And that's a good draw, like it's my win condition obviously. But he could have multiple answers for this. You know, all he needs is a ripple, really. And that's not something I can afford to counter. And then, you know, just leaves, you know, ripple and counter is all he needs right now. And then this stuff will kill me in, you know, 2 swings. That's 22 damage. So, you know, that's all he needs. Ripple and counter and I'm done. Ripple verdict even? Well, not exactly, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Maybe I'll get some answers here. Not bad. It's not bad. I mean, like I did say, that's not bad because of the fact that this doesn't have spell shield. So, it's pretty good. I have a chance. I have a chance. Plays a resource. Yeah, no, he definitely could have. He didn't put the stop phase on, maybe. So that's a good point, though. He may have just forgot to put the stop phase, or he just doesn't have it. So is he going to swing? He does. So that tells me he has another, possibly another root farm. Oh, it's going for Azure Fate with counter backup. I mean, I obviously can't. No, it's not a big deal. That's pretty good. Got to think, gotta think, gotta think. He's obviously got counter, so if I do this now, he draws a card to stop this, but then I could stop it, but then I don't have another one, so it's some flippity floobs. Let's do that first. See what I draw. Maybe I bait something out here. Damn it. That's not what I wanted. Alright, let's just attack in. Mr. Fister. How you going? So yeah, let's attack, whatever. I'm in a bit of a pickle here, folks. Alright, let's do that. Alright, well now he's tapped out, so that's what I wanted, so that's good. Play a resource. I will now Buccaneer the root farmer that's killing me. And this is looking okay. Could do that, but it's kind of pointless. Well, I mean, it's not pointless, but let's do it anyway, because I might draw another counter, which is, you know, I've got Windsinger, remember, so that's also good. So that's good. What else do we want? Yeah, we'll put one of those on the top. And we'll do it okay. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, I'm happy with that. So that was, I mean, I'm running out of time, but it's enough time. The game's obviously going to get decided very soon here. But picking this up here was a very big draw. Well, I mean, I say very big. It's a good draw. Not the biggest. So, yeah. So how you doing, Mr. Fister? Oh, you got the bug. Alright. Why is my cooling, like, it doesn't feel like it's working. I'm, like, roasting here. Speedrunning campaign. Fair enough. Yeah, you missed Koma was on the stream earlier, and he challenged, had randomly people selected to battle him, and he went undefeated, so that was that. It was, I think, 5 challenges we had, and now I just did one myself, which is against the Bully, so we're in game 3 here. So hang on, Dino Trippier. So yeah, I'm in a decent spot here, but it's all going to come down to these next couple of draws, basically. Like if I get another counter, that'll be fantastic. I'm just doing this is the last one I'm doing. Like I'm doing just the one. Like I've been streaming now for almost 4 hours, so. And it's pretty hot in my room. So let's get another counter or something. Bummer. Still, I'm looking alright. He's got that. We know he's got the Root Father in hand. He potentially has a 7-cost one with backup. You know, he could have another one. And it will get, you know, this giving the spell shield, obviously. Like, if he has the backup, then I'm in a very bad position. So, like, that's why I was hoping to get another counter. Would have been fantastic for me. But I'm in a bit of a pickle now. Ooh. That's curious. Oh, I fucked up. I just talked about how the spell shield, now I just flubed it. Oh well. That's pretty bad. Oh well. Let's just ripple this. But yeah, I was actually like, oh, I'll just ripple that, and then just, yeah. Whatever. I possibly just, I mean, I know he had the counter, so I wouldn't have been able to stop it. There's no way. I mean, he might not have, but it's so unlikely with that many cards in hand. So now I'm kind of dead. Basically. I'm kind of dead, folks. And he's going to draw more cards here, which we can start to do a card drawing chain. Let's go! Whee! Oh, that's what I needed. It was 1 card down! 1 card difference. Possibly going to cost me this game right now. That's some floobs. That's some flibbity floobs. That is not cool. Not cool. Yeah, that's actually rather annoying. He's got more resources to play with. Potentially doesn't matter. Well, if he has Suffocate, counter, it does. Ooh, that's rough. That's a peak for 5 there. So if he doesn't already have multiple counters, this is likely getting him to it. So yeah, I'm probably dead here. I'm just gonna let this happen and see what happens, basically. But not looking good for me. Not looking good at all. So we know he's got Root Father he can play, and yeah. Oh, that's not what I needed. Does he draw a card though? No, he doesn't. So that means he already has the answers, and he's like, "Screw you, man." So I'm pretty dead. Pretty dead. I actually have to play that here. I'm gonna play that. Yeah, this is pretty bad. I'm gonna die to Root Father. Gonna die to the Root Father. Blar. It's some flibbity floobs. So here it comes, and I have to stop it, which, you know, again, he could have the protection, but, you know, and then I have to stop that, and then he just does whatever he wants. So, yeah, it's likely I lose here. Very, very high probability that I've lost. The shards. I don't need this many. I run 21 for a reason. So he decides to not draw more cards. That means he's, you know, he's happy with his hand. I'm not. Not happy with this. So, yeah. Bummer, bummer, bummer. And he, you know, if he just has a time ripple, you know, I'm basically done. Okay, so the Renlock comes down now. Now if he has time ripple, counter or something, you know, or even just a counter. Like I've got no way to get through with what I have. So let's see. And again, he didn't draw a card. He didn't draw an extra card there, so he was happy with his hand. So it's obviously not a good sign. Yep. And there it is. We get one card. Oh, F1. So doesn't really do me anything. Well, wait a second. We'll get an extra card. I obviously won't. Yeah, I probably need to still just replay it. He tries to counter. I mean, it's this. Yeah, I'm so dead to this. So dead to this. Too much counter, obviously, for him now. So, yeah. And he just grabbed another 2 cards because of the card drawing counter. That's pretty brutal. So, suffocate or a verdict or another go. Oh, okay. I'm still dead. Still terribly dead. Yeah. So I need to get back those suckers there. Yeah, he's got 4 cards in hand. Not good. And he can. Yeah. He could just mass poly me right now. He could just ripple at the start of my turn. He could ripple right now. I mean, there's just too many things that he could have. And I got another shard. Bummer. So that's game over. But yeah, since the bully used my deck, he doesn't win. You're disqualified. Alright, so he's won. You will win. You will get a set, a Primal Dawn pack upon release, Mr. Zabuli. You cheating scum. Alright, we'll let him draw some more cards and we'll just kill here. Just because I can. Whee! All the cards. More cards! Yeah, you didn't hear that. Oh, why is it so hot in my room? What are you doing, Zimbuli? Stop mucking around. You've got all the things you could possibly need. Stop pretending you don't. And there he is. Mr. Root Daddy into another Root Daddy. Is it? No, it's not. Not that it would matter. Whee! 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 I don't know why I'm still playing. It's obviously over. More shards. Just what I needed. And he can even just let this get bounced and just replay it. Anyway, yeah. So he wins. Let's stop mucking around. All right. There we go. So that is the end of the stream. I am gonna go lie down. I'm naked. But yeah, Zabuli, I'll write your name down now. Where is my list? My list is on the list. Zabuli, a Primal Dawn booster pack. Alright. That is added. No, I'm not going to let that happen. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I will upload a highlight of this to YouTube and all that. Don't forget that on Monday, the next episode of Monday Meta Madness will be I'll be talking about the Cressida deck, or Cressida, and I'll be giving away the Mirror Knight alternate art that Nero generously donated. So that'll be probably through YouTube as well, same as the last episode. So if you haven't checked out episode 4, that has a Fentio giveaway attached to it. All you have to do is just comment to the YouTube video, basically. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you like. I'm not going to force you to do that. But yeah, just like and comment to the video. Episode 4 to go in the drawing for a Fentio. And I'll probably do the same thing for the Mirror Knight. Get those comments rolling in. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me actually quickly bring up. Let's see, was there anything else? I guess just this. Just that. There you go. Playtime's over, motherfucker. I love that gif. That's awesome. Yeah, I recorded that in my backyard just before. So yeah. That's it. Playtime's over. So yeah, again, I'll be highlighting that. Check out the stuff on my YouTube and all that. If you're interested in coaching or anything like that, or gambling, go check out my Patreon page. There's some interesting things that I think some of you would like on there. But yeah, so I'm going to, let's see, I'll bring this up here just real quick, if I can find it. There we go. So yeah, again, thank you, Koma. You went undefeated there. You know, that's just, so again, you know, thanks, Koma. And let's click on it over here. And get this up. Here we go. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll have this up on YouTube shortly. So I'll be sending out the prizes. So Lethem, Gummer, Esoterist, and Araxor, you should get some mail shortly. If you don't receive it within like half an hour, or even less than that really, but if you don't have it within half an hour, just poke me, as that probably means I just brain farted or something and forgot. But yeah, that should be in your inbox in game shortly. And Zabul, you're gonna have to wait, unless of course you want to set 3 boost. But yeah, you'll have to wait obviously. And yeah, flibbity floobs, flibbity floobs. So let's see who else is actually streaming right now. I'll have a quick look. So Mokog is streaming, and Kinderbear TV. So yeah, feel free to check either of those out. And that's it for me. Yeah. Alright. Take care, guys. See yous.